Hey folks, and welcome to Greenhouse Gardening. This may be a short episode today. It's maybe not the most interesting thing in the world. Probably wondering what's with all these buckets. I'm clearing out all of the old stuff here, and I see I put this plastic down as a weed barrier. Trying to fix things, slip on this a lot. So I'm trying to clear the weeds, or the soil that contains all the weeds out. We'll be putting pavers down to help with traction a little bit and keep the weeds down and make it a little bit nicer looking. I've got boards scattered everywhere. There's going to be some reinvention of the beds, kind of a lessons learned. This was too thick for a bed of okra, and the center plants did not get the amount of sunlight that they needed, so we're switching back to 2 long beds here in a 6x3 format instead of 9x4. The same amount of space. But before we can do that, we've got to get all this. I've got to get all this cleaned up, or I think I do. So I'm digging everything out in chunks. It's almost like permafrost if you watch some of these shows, and especially like some of the gold mining stuff. And this stuff is just, see how that shimmers. So I've been digging all of this out, but really what I wanted to show today is I dug up a chunk and I was like, oh, what is that? And what this is a colony of ants, and they are not dead. It's almost like they've gone into hibernation here. They're sort of semi-frozen. You can kind of see, if you watch this long enough, you can see some movement on these ants. It's because they're warming up. They're getting warmer here. But their little colony is completely frozen in this, and I thought that was so interesting. I'd never seen that before. They're not fire ants, they're just little red ants. They're beneficial, and let me go into another part of the yard, and they can be beneficial over there. But just an interesting little phenomenon that I wanted to share. So yeah, like I said, a short video. Just wanted to show these ants, and there's plenty more to do here, and maybe finally an update on the greenhouse. I've got some plans to finally get this rolling again. In the better part of a year now, more than a year since I started it, and a lot to do before we get to spring. So until next time, keep digging and keep growing.